Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the first game of the Nomadic Clash, and we're here with IamMagic and LaSh. We see LaSh already dropping down his town center here, playing as the Roos. This is 8-player Nomad MegaRandom, and we can see actually quite a balanced spawn. You know, not a lot of water. This looks a little bit like Mongolian Heights, just with a little T up here. You might even call this confluence. But we can see Magic going to be putting his town center down here in the south, bringing all of his villagers over. We can see. Let's have a look at his perspective quickly. Yeah, he's going to be just bringing all of his villagers, which is quite interesting. Sometimes we see players look to keep a couple villagers somewhere else. They can always be gathering resources while your villagers build a town center, or you can even build a dock in that time. So interesting to see that Magic's going for that approach. He is on the Holy Roman Empire, so he's got a pretty nice nice area right here. He's got the boys, got some deer. I think the big thing here is this gold mine. That is a really nice gold mine to be situated next to. But let's have a look over for LaSh. We can see opening up with a hunting cabin as well as the town center immediately, and that means he can get out that early scout. Going to be very important for the Roos. Able to get that bounty on. And LaSh going to be mining, chopping some wood here. I wonder what that's going to be for. I guess maybe, I'm not exactly sure what this is for, to be honest. Maybe he's looking to go for an early wheelbarrow. Might make a lot of sense, but we can see he's got almost all of his villagers over here. We can see there is actually just the one up north here. And we've got 1 minute left on the treaty. So there's also 3-minute treaties in this, just to stop players from killing each other too early on with just their villagers. But I'm curious to see what LaSh is doing with this village. Is it just doing a little bit of scouting? It might actually be going for a bit of a dock, because we can see lots of water here. Magic going to be out here on the deer. Not deciding to go for any sort of water. But this is nice for Magic, denying the deer from LaSh. You can see the deer. I'm looking for the fourth deer. They're over here. Okay. So the other 2 deer patches are over here, and it looks like a lot of these have already been killed. I'm not exactly sure who this was by. I have a feeling that might have been LaSh with these villagers, because Magic immediately sent them all down to build this town center. So I think LaSh is going to have a pretty decent bounty. Not killed any of these deer here yet, but I don't think he needs to immediately. They're right next to the town center, so I think he's pretty safe under there. But I'm really surprised to see neither player looking to go out onto the water quite yet. Water is such an important factor in these games. But let's have a look at the perspective. So we can see LaSh doesn't actually know where Magic is. He does finally spot him now, but we'll take a look at Magic's perspective. He doesn't know where LaSh is. So maybe this is part of the reason. Oh, unlucky for LaSh right there. But I think this is part of the reason why they're not going for the water. Because let's say LaSh is positioned, I don't know, maybe over here somewhere, and you've gone out for a dock over here. It could be very easy for LaSh to shut down that water. So it does make sense from that perspective. And there we go. We do have a wheelbarrow coming through from LaSh. So that wood gathering was for the early wheelbarrow. And we can see the age up already going to be coming down. Pretty fast age up right there. And I think that's got to come down to all of that bounty that LaSh has been gathering up. That bounty going to mean you're gathering food faster. Going to mean you can get your gold in. And now the golden gate's going to be dropped down with 5 villagers. So pretty decent. Unfortunately, didn't push the deer in underneath the town center. Just going to be killing them immediately. It would have been nice to see them push in. But I guess if you lose a scout, you don't really want to be wasting too much of your time pushing them in. So it makes sense that you just want to kill them, get in that quick bounty, and let your scout carry on finding sheep. But we see Ark and Chapel going to be coming down from Averley now. Not Averley, sorry. Magic, sorry. I'm not sure how Averley got in my head there. But Magic going to be dropping down the Ark and Chapel. And it's quite forward here. That is an extremely far forward positioning. Now, he's going to be getting in the boar and the deer, and also you get this little wood line. Now, the question is that gold in? Yeah, that is definitely in. Stick a gold mine there, you get the gold as well. That's a pretty good Arkentrappel. The only criticism I would have of this is that it's very far forward. And we're going to have to see if LaSh looks to punish that. Maybe looks to get out some early knights. And Magic could be in a little bit of trouble there. I wouldn't be surprised to see some a little bit of production coming down from Magic, because I mean, look how far forward this is. But going to be going for the mining camp now, and this makes a lot of sense. Going for a second town center here as well would be pretty smart. But 4 villagers. Okay, I thought they might have been going forward for a second for a dock or something, but just a little bit of a misclip right there. Yeah, I would definitely give this a highly rated Arkentrappel. That is for sure. Yeah, so the very much in the range there. Though you do need to be careful. You need to maybe put your mining camp a little bit over to the right, just so you make sure you get all of the villagers in. Yeah, this is I give this Arkentrappel a 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10 Arkentrappel. We're just gonna have to see if LaSh looks to punish it, and have a look at this. Stable gonna be dropped down, as well as a wooden fortress going to be buffing up his wood production. Hunting cabin going to be dropped down here as well. Won't be gathering up that much gold here, but he's going to be able to gather up that deer a little bit more efficiently. And there it is, the early night. Do we have any sort of production? There it is. Barracks coming down from Magic. And we also have walls coming down. We can see there's only 3 crossings to each other's base. We can see these 2 here on the sort of in between the 2 players, and then there's a crossing up to the left side as well. So it's going to be interesting to see how these players are going to be able to reach each other. I mean, this was a little bit of a problem on old Mongolian heights. That's why they changed it. There's so many more crossings on there. I'm pretty sure there's 5 big crossings on Mongolian heights now. So yeah, this could be a very long game with only these sort of crossings. But LaSh is going to start burning down that palisade gate. Going to take him a while. Also, double archery range being dropped with this as well. It looks like he wants to go all in H2 pressure here. More early knights are on the way as well. LaSh is also ahead by 3 villagers. Or 3 economic units. And the knight's just going to continue to burn down that palisade wall. But the second town center coming down from Magic will be pretty nice. He's going to now try and lure the boar over here to a nice safe position underneath that Arkentrappel. In between the town center and the Arkentrappel. Pretty nice spot right there. Yeah, that's for sure. Transport ship surprise. That could very much be a good strategy here. It's a very small crossing, so it would not take long at all to transport you. You'd only need 1 transport ship, and you could send your whole army over in a matter of seconds. But LaSh's going to be walling this up as well. Wants to make sure there's no surprises coming through these gates. And Magic going to be walling up himself. Or he was, at least for a second. Going to be cancelling it right there. So it seemed like he wanted to do a bit of walling, but going to be deciding against that. What is his plan going to be this time? Because he can't repair up this gate. Archers are out. More and more knights are on the way. We're up to 3 archery ranges right here. LaSh is going extremely heavy on the archer production right here. Magic going to be finding out that villager. Not going to be able to do too much here. Doesn't have any units he can really send over there for the time being. Got the 1 spearman out. That should be enough for the time being. And I've just noticed, Kalp, thank you very much for the raid, my friend. 51 viewers. Thank you so much. That is really appreciated. So for you YouTube viewers, we are live over on Twitch at the moment. But we can see LaSh is through now. 3 knights. 7 archers. More are on the way as well. And he's going to be walling up himself here. Magic could be in some trouble. He doesn't have a lot of production down. He's got double stable down, but no units out of them quite yet. Blacksmith is here as well. No upgrades yet. More spearmen are on the way. But LaSh is going really all in here. Magic Scouts all the way over here. I wonder if he's discovered what's going on over here. Because this is a lot of production. And we also have a blacksmith down for him as well. Iron Undermesh comes in for LaSh. So he's going to be in a really nice position to try and push underneath this this second town center. And this is where all the important resources are for Magic. LaSh going to be killing the wolf right there. And finally, the stable will start to have some production. We've got 2 horsemen out. But you really do need a huge, massive horseman to deal with these knights. But LaSh, not being too aggressive at the moment. He's sort of just waiting here. And I think that might be for what's coming up. Have a look at this. LaSh stacking up the resources right now. Going to be going for that castle age play. And I think that's when he'll make his move. You can see he's just putting on the aggression for the time being. Just poking and prodding. Just idling Magic as much as he possibly can. And there it is. Abbey of the Trinity going to be dropped down. And we have a look at the relic spawns here. Magic is actually going to be... he's got 2 relics pretty close by. This one's pretty much safe for him. This one's going to be walled up by LaSh. LaSh thinking Magic's going to be going for a castle age soon, but that's not going to be the case. As we can see, Magic is extremely far away from a castle age. These 3 relics are going to be very easy for LaSh to pick up, though. As that opening up here is still wide open. So he'll be able to go grab that relic. So there should be 4 relics for LaSh, unless Magic can follow up with the castle age extremely soon and try and pick up these relics. Or at least try and defend this one. But I think it's going to be very difficult with all of these knights and archers out. It's going to be a challenge, that's for sure. So LaSh has now aged up. We should see these upgrades in the queue immediately. There it is, the warrior monk. Having a look at these relics, sacred site spawns, sorry. I think we've only got 2... Oh, no, we got 3 sacred sites. So 1 in the base of Magic, 1 in the base of LaSh, and then there's 1 sort of in the middle here, definitely closer to Magic, but I don't think it's going to be much of a threat to either of these players for a sacred site victory anytime soon. LaSh going to be killing the boar over here as well for that extra bounty. Definitely a smart move. Upgrade's going to be coming in for him as well now. And the first warrior monk is on its way out. I would expect this to be the first relic he would pick up. It's not. It's going to be this northern one. Okay, interesting. And we can see Magic is macroing now towards that age up. But the question is, what is he going to be going for? I mean, 2TC, I would say it's very viable to go for the Burgrave right now. And there it is. Burgrave Palace going to be coming down. I think Magic knows that the relics are going to be a very difficult challenge. I mean, this one's going to be relatively easy, but 1 relic for Regnants doesn't feel too good. So I like the move here with the Burgrave. You've also got the stables here as well. So you got a nice little production here. Some upgrades have come in as well. Iron Undermesh as well as Bloomery. And lots of villagers on the stone now. So Magic might be looking to go for a little bit of a keep. But the age up does come through. Crossbows coming out of LaSh now. Definitely makes sense. Upgrades have come in for him though. Oh, LaSh barely picking that up before Magic. Poor Magic not going to get a single relic this game. And now the villager's going to get pushed off the stone. Magic has no other stone available to him. He's not going to be able to get up that keep. And that's going to be a lot of stone just sitting in the bank there. He can get his springled in placement though. Being cheaper for the Holy Roman Empire does mean he can grab this upgrade. With the little... Oh, I say that. He's now got 300 stone. He must have dropped off all of the res that those villagers were holding. With the little trick with where you can build a drop-off building. But lots of men-at-arms coming out now for Magic. They have been upgraded. We don't have any heavy mace or two-handed attack quite yet. But the relics slowly coming in. We have 3 relics in for for LaSh. We can see he actually just drops off the Relic over here. That's a smart move. He's bringing them in behind the walls, and then he can go back out and collect up the other ones. So that's a really smart move. But it looks like LaSh is going to get all 5 relics, and that is absolutely huge for him. That is absolutely huge. And he's going to be capturing up the sacred sites behind this as well. Or at least this one for the time being. But the men-at-arms mass is starting to grow. As well as the spearmen, which have not been upgraded quite yet. But lots of horsemen through. Veterancy upgrades come through on those horsemen as well. I think horsemen is definitely going to be an important unit here for Magic. The amount of ranged units that LaSh does have, especially these crossbow. And it looks like Magic is going to be putting on a little bit of aggression now. LaSh is just taking his time. He's gathering up the relics. Now, Magic is slowly creeping ahead in villages. We can see he's currently 13 villages ahead. But it's alright. It's alright. LaSh is currently on 1 sacred site. As well as going to be 5 relics. We can see Magic's trying to break through here. Going to be breaking through on both sides here. But crossbows coming out. They're going to be able to push away those men-at-arms. Not going to be a great fight for Magic there to commit to that wall. And now LaSh going to be cleaning up quite a lot of horsemen right there. Not a good move by Magic. We can just see Magic. He's not entirely sure what he wants to do. He was pushing on both ends. And unfortunately, LaSh's mass is just too big. But Siege Workshop gonna get dropped down now. Now we might see a trebuchet. I mean, you can set up a trebuchet here, and I think you'll be able to knock down some of these buildings. So that might be a call for Magic. And stone wall's gonna get dropped down for him now as well. He's got a nice wood line here, so I mean, he's got a really nice corner here. But the problem that I've been seeing with players putting their base in the corner is that eventually LaSh can just wall up everything around him and just slowly suffocate Magic. So maybe that's what we'll see LaSh do. But LaSh definitely in a good position right now. And we can see he's actually going to be going for a second town center somewhere. It's over here. Very smart move. Very, very smart move. I like this a lot. I mean, right now you just need to make sure you don't lose too many villagers to Magic. And you can keep up with him as well on a second town center back here. I wouldn't say this is the best spot for a second town center, I'll be honest. I mean, you got the berries. You got no sort of gold over here, though. I would have preferred maybe up here. And we still have neither player going on water, which is very surprising to me. And there it is, the final relic going to be dropped off in this monastery very soon as well. But LaSh is preparing for an attack. 2 rams are down. Also got some horsemen coming out as well, which is an interesting choice. But Heavy Maces is in for IamMagic, so they are going to be doing bonus damage up against Knights. So I like the move with Horsemen. Springald emplacement is through on the outpost. No relic inside because Magic didn't get a single relic, unfortunately. Mangonel is out, though. Second Mangonel is about to pop out as well. Definitely what Magic needs right now. What was that? What was that shot from that Mangonel? That wasn't even close. And now, an engagement going to be happening. Springald on the backline for LaSh. He's thought about this. Huge shot coming in from that Mangonel, though. Springald is going to be able to take out that Mangonel. But that was a huge shot. So much damage has been put onto LaSh right there. He needs to make sure he keeps these units alive. Second Mangonel behind here as well. Springald going to be moving up closer and closer. Needs to make sure he doesn't lose this. Magic going to be focusing down the Springald right there. He gets off the second shot, but villagers were here to repair that Mangonel. And LaSh, that wasn't the greatest fight for him, I'll be honest. Both Mangonels still alive for Magic. He's still got the majority of his men-at-arms alive, and LaSh is going to have to retreat now. Warrior Monks are out for him, though. I think he's only got the... he's got another one back here, so he can heal up these units. Will take a while. No herbal medicine in yet. I think this is a really crucial upgrade for the Roos. I think healers for the Roos are really, really good. Just mixing them in here and there. Especially when you're going up with the Abbey of the Trinity. Such a cheap unit as well. Definitely an important unit. But LaSh is going to be falling back. And this is where Magic makes his attack. And it looks like he's going to be moving up north to where LaSh's second town center is. Wooden Fortress is going to get dropped down here. Magic knows. He knows where to push. And this is where LaSh could be in some trouble. He needs to make sure he gets up this wooden fortress. Knights aren't going to be enough here to deal with these men-at-arms. He needs to make sure he builds up this crossbowman mass. You can see here for Magic. He's just having a look around, sending these horsemen over, looking for some picks. 18 crossbowmen are out for LaSh. That should be a sufficient amount. I think the big worry for LaSh right now is those mangonels. And we can see Magic might be caught out of place right here. This wall has not been finished. I mean, LaSh really should have pulled some villagers here. Got up that wall, and then he could have trapped these units in. Unfortunately, that's not going to be the case, and Magic going to be making a little bit of attack on the left-hand side here as well. That wall is going to be going down, and those villagers are going to be cleaned up as well. Or maybe not. Maybe not. And he's just going to be dropping down that wall. Unfortunately, the villagers are still going to be going down, or maybe not. Oh, no, they are. And now the horsemen just putting a little bit of harassment onto LaSh right here. Transitioning into farms now. No villagers have been sent over to here, though, which is quite surprising. Horsemen through onto the gold mine here. No textiles is through for LaSh. Going to be losing out on a couple here. Fortunately, only horsemen. They aren't knights. But it looks like Magic is really putting on the pressure just everywhere right now. 3 Springles out for LaSh. Only the 1 for Magic. So this should be pretty easy for LaSh. I say that. He's just lost to Springled and done no damage to Magic. Unfortunate for him there, but still got 2 out. So he should be alright. We've got more on the way as well. Do we only have the one... Only the 1 Siege Workshop. But it looks like Magic is really wanting to push on this right-hand side. And they keep going to be going up for LaSh now. More men-at-arms over here. Going to be idling so many villagers in a second. Horsemen over here. Idling even more villagers. LaSh is just idle everywhere. Magic is really starting to creep ahead in those villagers. That keeps going to be trying to be put down right there. Only the 1 Springle still out for Magic. This isn't the best fight for him. Really not a good fight for Magic right here. And this keep... I mean, the keep will be going up. Unless something drastically different changes. And Magic just sort of throwing away his mangonels right there. Definitely not needed. Definitely not needed. And that keep... More and more villagers have been pulled. That will be going up. But we can see the horsemen just shredding through everything here. LaSh, he has spearmen. He has spearmen. They're just not in the front line here dealing with the horsemen. Those 3 mangonels were absolutely huge for LaSh, though. Cleaning those up is really, really important. But we can see so many dead villagers. So many dead villagers over here on the gold. LaSh down to 46. Magic is double the vill count right now. Magic is looking in a very decent position. But don't count out LaSh yet. He's still got 5 relics in the bank. And he's got a nice position here on the keep. He just needs to make sure he can recover with his villager count. But Magic going to be aging up now with the Palace of Swabia. Very interesting choice. I mean, he's already 100 villagers. So I'm honestly quite surprised by this choice. Maybe, I mean, LaSh doesn't have any trebuchet out quite yet. So I'm quite surprised by the Palace of Swabia here. I think the Elsbach Palace would have been a nice choice. Maybe over here, possibly. But it is going to be the Palace of Swabia. I mean, yeah. If any really crucial raids come through, the Palace of Swabia is going to be able to replenish the villagers for Magic. So it's a safe move. It's a safe move. But that trebuchet is going to start to burn down that keep from LaSh. And LaSh is stacking up a lot of gold and a lot of wood right now. He's really struggling on the food front. But he is slowly expanding out into the farms. But it looks like LaSh wants to put on the pressure now. Upgrades. Not through yet for Magic. I'm surprised. by that. He has enough gold in the bank for the elite. Oh, he doesn't have enough food. That's the issue right now. Lots of springles coming out for him. And we actually see he grabbed the roller shutter triggers, which means he can outrange LaSh's springles, and I think that's going to be a really, really important upgrade. Trebuchet just taking shots. Unfortunately, he's not playing the English, so isn't going to be able to do that crazy splash damage, but it's still going to be able to do a little bit. Springles taking their shots. Unfortunately, not shooting at the enemy Springles. And now LaSh is really looking to push into the base. Trebuchet comes out for him as well, but I don't think this is a fight he can take. Elite Horsemen are in. Springles trading right there. One Springle left for both players right here, and another one comes through from LaSh. Mangonel not taking shots. Now he's going to be taking shots, and a nice shot comes through right there onto those crossbowmen. Horsemen for Magic being a little bit special here. Need to get onto the ranged units here. We see warrior monks just sitting there healing each other up. Rand's going to be trying to burn down that outpost. Emergency repairs is through, and it is fortified, so it's going to take a while for that outpost to go down. But the two trebuchets coming out from LaSh will start to be able to burn down some of this stuff. Elite men-at-arms come through from Magic now as well. Needs to just build up his army a little bit more. Villagers being pulled here. I think he double-clicked his villagers here. What is he doing with all these villagers? What is Magic doing? He needs to get these guys working. He needs the food. I'm confused as to what Magic is doing here with these vills. He's trying to clean up LaSh's army here. LaSh is doing a really good job now, just slowly pushing in. But Magic does have the better units, but when you've got an idle eco like this, then it's going to be hard to get out more units. But he realizes returns them back to work now. Was definitely a misclick right there, but LaSh is in. He's got the crossbowman, and now Magic is having to retreat back with all of his villagers on the food. He's got a few farms back here, but he needs to get he needs food. Food is so important for Magic right now. 700 food in the bank. That's going to be able to be enough for 7 more men-at-arms or 7 more horsemen. Maybe a little bit of an overextension here for LaSh. The crossbowman mass is really doing a lot of damage right now, especially with these counterweight trebuchets on the backline, trebbing down this town center. This is the second town center. We do have a keep up for Magic as well, so that is going to be able to defend this side of the map. Magic also out here on the gold and also the boar. And it looks like LaSh is finally being cleaned up here. Yeah, this Mangonel is going to be able to clean that up. Oh, such a nice shot right there. Such a nice shot. But the question is LaSh looking to age behind this? Still quite a bit of food away. He's really struggling with the food front right now. He's got in his 2 upgrades. But the crossbowman going to be cleaned up now. And Magic, I mean, he lost a few vills, but he's got the Palace of Swabi up, so... And he's still very far ahead of LaSh when it comes to villagers. This is still a close game, but I really feel like Magic has held the push. He's held the most important push. And LaSh is still stuck in age 3. He needs to try and get up. LaSh is still putting on the pressure, though. This Burgrove Palace definitely needs to start producing some more men-at-arms, but Magic is just really struggling on the food front right now. I like that LaSh is still putting on the pressure, but he really needs to work towards that age up behind this. Does he have any tickets? He doesn't have any tickets, okay. I think he might be able to buy some food for an age up. But no tickets is definitely a little bit painful. Springle's still coming out from Magic. More siege workshops being dropped in the back of the base. Quite a few upgrades in for Magic as well. He's got tier 3 ranged defense. So these crossbow are going to be doing slightly less damage. And these are still age 3 units up against Imperial units. Or elite units. But we can really see LaSh is still pushing into the base here. Magic is still really under pressure right here. He needs to build up his mass. But LaSh is just doing such a good job right now. He's taken out that town center. Now going to be taking out the Archon Chapel MagiC is going to be pushing in again. He's got a few lance connects in there. Definitely important for LaSh to try and target these guys down, because they will shred through everything here. They are only cast Lage units, though. Not being upgraded to elite quite yet. But we can see LaSh behind this, slowly creeping up with the villager count. And now might be looking towards... Nope, still not looking towards an age up. Spending all those resources immediately. A third trebuchet comes out now as well. He really wants to try and just snipe everything here for MagiC. But it looks like he's finally pushing back MagiC. These lance connects are just doing so much work for him. LaSh definitely needs to do some micro here with these crossbowmen, or they're just going to be sliced and diced by these lance connects. Trebuchet's doing a lot of damage here to the production. But this is 1,500 woods worth of trebuchets that LaSh definitely doesn't want to lose. And the amount of production that MagiC is pushing out at the moment is pretty good. And now MagiC might be able to clean up a couple of the trebuchets here. Needs to be careful, though. And there it is. That's definitely a good trade there for MagiC. But I think the big problem for MagiC is going to be gold. We have a look. This gold mine's about to run out. He's still got this one, but this could be denied by LaSh. And after that, he's out of gold his side of the map, and he didn't get in any relics. So LaSh just needs to hold. He needs to make sure he doesn't die. He needs to age up, and he should... Having a look at it, he should win. From the gold he's got, from the relics he's got, from the golden gate. And Roos is the better late game unit. Late game civilization, sorry. And we can see LaSh is still putting on the pressure here. Going to be targeting down the Archon Chapel yet again with that trebuchet. Actually, he's going to be targeting down the farm here. But MagiC, he's returned his villagers back to the farms. And this is exactly what he needed. It's going to be very tricky for him to... for LaSh now to do anything against this army. With this food income. Look at that. 2,000 food a minute has returned for MagiC. Palace of Swabia is still producing villagers. MagiC up to 132 villagers. And we can see that roller shutter triggers just play such an important role pushing back the enemy Springles. 2 Springles for LaSh isn't going to be enough against a 1 for MagiC. And we can see that trebuchet going to be going down as well. So much wood has been invested into trebuchets this game. What a crazy game 1 we have here. And we can see LaSh is going to be moving out now onto even more farms. He needs that age up soon. He's still got the keep here. Grabbing the Springald placement. He needs to heal this up as well. Because we do have a trebuchet out for MagiC. And this keep is on almost half health. So needs to be careful with this keep. Because this is the only thing that's sort of protecting him right now. LaSh also has all 3 landmarks together. Which could be an important factor if MagiC looks to set up a wall here maybe with some trebuchets. The edge up going to be coming through now. It is going to be the high armory. Makes a lot of sense. Trebuchet going to be targeting down that keep. Only 5 shots left till this goes down. Unless LaSh pulls any villagers. Going to be pulling the 1. Might want to pull a couple more than just the 1, but it'll do for the time being. It'll do for the time being. MagiC does have these 2 sacred sites still in his base. That could be a nice 200 gold a minute income. He's got the prelates, so very easy for him to capture that up. So I think it just hasn't been on his mind for the time being. I mean, a lot has been going on this game, so it does make sense. But a nice 200 gold a minute could be very decent. And we can see LaSh is up here now on this big gold mine. And those villagers could get caught off guard here. But I think LaSh knows. As we can see, he's moving his army up now. MaGic's army might be caught off guard here. The age up is through from LaSh. The upgrades are coming in. We can see there the elite upgrades coming through. But you don't really want to be fighting with your knights quite yet. Mangonel shot is going to miss. Mangonel's not going to be doing too much damage here up against the men-at-arms. 2 Mangonels. Still going to be decent, but not if you lose them like this. That's a heavy investment to be losing right there. Crossbowman still not doing that much damage. I think LaSh really needs his upgrade for the for the crossbowman. I think it is coming through somewhere. It's no longer in the... Oh, it's there, sorry. But it's going to be going for Streltsy instead. So just looking to transition out of crossbow and into Streltsy. Going to be a very, very gold-heavy unit, though. But he's got the 5 relics, so he should be alright. He should be alright. As long as he keeps this gold vein okay over here, he should be alright. But the mass starting to grow now for Magic. Still looking to go very heavy on the Horseman front. Horseman plus Men-at-Arms. The composition that the Holy Roman Empire loves so much. With a couple mangonels in there as well as Springald and a Trebuchet. High Armory is going to make Siege a lot cheaper for LaSh. And also means he's got the better Springalds now. You can see Magic in the base of LaSh. Going to be causing more and more annoyances. LaSh needs to be careful. Doesn't want to lose out on his siege here. We've got lots of barracks being dropped down now as well. Magic looking to push up north now with his mangonels. Might be looking to try and take out this sort of second base over here. Magic going to be sacrificing a mangonel here. Not the greatest for him, to be honest. Those mangonels didn't really get them that much value. Trebuchet is going to be starting to take down the production from LaSh. Everything's just sort of been reversed here. Magic is putting the pressure onto LaSh now with the Trebuchets. Question is, has he got enough? I mean, lots of Men-at-Arms are coming through still. Just no mangonels here, and it looks like LaSh is going to be able to clean this up. Magic might want to retreat back with these Trebuchets. A lot of wood to be losing. But we can see lots of disruption has been put onto LaSh. It seems like Magic still has a little bit of an issue with the food economy right now. Sure, he's still getting 3,000 3,000 food a minute might be enough, you know. Especially with this Arkan Chapel here, which... Oh, no. This isn't what you want to see. You need to get inside this building. Get inside the building. That is a shame to see, but... Those things happen. Those things happen. But LaSh still massing up the knights. Let's have a look, see what upgrades he's got. So he's grabbed the... let's see if he's grabbed biology as well. I don't think he has quite yet. No, doesn't have the university down yet. Doesn't even have Boyar's Fortitude through. Okay. So the knights aren't the best here. Definitely needs the Boyar's Fortitude. A very, very important upgrade. And then biology would also be nice as well. Stonewall trying to go up here for Magic. Just wants to wall himself in a little. This stone wall is being extended as well. LaSh trying to put some raids onto Magic. He does have the Palace of Swabia though, and he's also at 143 villagers. So honestly, losing a couple villagers probably isn't the worst. And Magic is currently putting the pressure onto LaSh as well. Going to be losing a mangonel here. Streltsy, not sufficient numbers here. But luckily the spearmen are enough to just hold them away. How many Streltsy? 9 Streltsy. That should actually be enough. Springald is going to be going down, so some nice damage put on by LaSh right there. We can see those knights. Knights for LaSh. Dealing a little bit of damage here, but really not a big deal for Magic with the Palace of Swabia, so... University is down for Magic as well. He's grabbed the extra health and damage as well. So Magic's looking very, very good when it comes to the upgrades. You can see he's fully upgraded in the blacksmith as well. LaSh still missing a few of the upgrades. Just raids coming through everywhere right now. Both players just trying to raid each other, but I think it's better in the long run for Magic. I mean, you got the Palace of Swabia. It's okay to be losing a couple builds here and there. But the question is, can LaSh get all of his, you know, If he's able to build up a nice mass, grab the important upgrades. You can see he did grab Boyar's Fortitude now. He does have the better late game civilization, but it's still so hard to deal with Holy Roman Empire with the position they're in at the moment. What a game one we're opening up with here. This is a best of 3 between these two players. So we still have another game after this, and we might even have a third game. I mean, so far it's been so close between these two players. It could definitely go to game number 3. But Magic going to be sniping out the Abbey of the Trinity here. This could be a problem for LaSh. Landmark snipes, definitely a possibility here for Magic. And there it is, the Abbey of Trinity goes down. It's going to be 3 relics lost right there for LaSh, or at least for the time being. Definitely unfortunate for him. And we can see the production coming through from Magic is just... I mean, at the moment, it's non-existent. What is Magic up to? He's taking a nice fight here. He does have the better upgrades, but the Streltsy on the backline here for LaSh is just doing such a good job at just cleaning these up. But Mangonel is now through, going to be able to take a really nice shot onto the Streltsy. Didn't do as much damage as I thought it would do there. Did kind of just target down the crossbowman. There we go. Finally getting some good shots off. And the Horseman coming through now is really, really looking good for Magic. A second Mangonel as well. This Mangonel just doing so much damage onto the Streltsies. Oh, needs to be so careful. Landsknechts in here as well. They only need 1 slice on these Streltsy to take them out. But Horseman looks like they're going to be doing the work for them. Constant pressure. And Magic going to be setting up a keep on this large gold mine. Only 1,000 gold left on it, but that is huge. LaSh is going to be struggling for gold. His last gold is over on the left-hand side here of his base. And once he's out of gold, we can see he's already down 3 relics. LaSh's problem could be the gold. It honestly could be. 2 Mangonels out for Magic. Going to be able to clean up more of these units, more of the Streltsy. Might want to target down the Streltsy here with this Mangonel. But Springled out for LaSh is going to be able to clean up that Mangonel. And looks like LaSh has managed to hold on for the time being. And another keep going to be coming down here as well. Magic just pushing so far in with these keeps. And he still has enough resources for another one. And Magic is going to be taking use of all of these gold mines over here. He's got keep set over here. I mean, this is really what LaSh needed earlier on. He needed these gold mines. He had the map pressure to take it. But now, unfortunately, Magic is going to be taking it all for himself and going to be keeping up this gold mine as well. So LaSh is in big trouble right here. I wouldn't be surprised to see some prelates being brought forward, to be honest. You know, picking up these relics would be pretty nice for Magic. Landsknechts are just in such a heavy mass here. Unfortunately for LaSh, he needs a bigger mass than this. Definitely needs some more Streltsy. But the mass coming through from LaSh, from IamMagic, is really, really strong right now. We can see. I think he may have deleted a couple. He lost a few villagers here from the keep, and he can just pump out units now. So many Mangonels coming through. And I think the landmark site potential could be a real potential here for Magic. Bombard and Trebuchet going to be taking down this keep. LaSh can return back to work over here, but Landsknecht's going to be taking out that Bombard. That's a heavy investment right there, lost. Did manage to take out the keep, though, so he's done that. But more gold a minute lost now for LaSh. He's lost all 5 relics. He's not lost them yet, but they're not gathering any gold, and they're just sort of sitting here. And Magic is in such a good position. Good game is going to get called. Game 1 goes over to Magic. It was looking so good for LaSh early on. But LaSh is going to be taking the win. Well, if you did enjoy this, feel free to leave a like, and I'll catch you for game number 2.